I always tell people, which way are you going? Where do you want to head for? What's your goal? The finish line. So be pointing towards the finish line.
Yeah. Hello, my strong friends. Today we have a special guest. This is my running coach for the day. This is Ed. Ed, do you want to introduce yourself to everyone?
I'm Ed Swiatocha. I've been a running coach for probably about 10 years or so, maybe even a little bit longer. I have been running for 42 years. And I have been selling running shoes for 37 years. I also won the Dallas Marathon twice and the Cowtown Marathon once. And that's it. That's me.
Today he's going to run us through a workout. I think you said we're going to run a 400, then an 800, and then a mile. So you guys will get to see how fast I run all of those. This is our second session, and the first one we kind of talked about good running form. So we'll also hit on some of those key points so that you guys can learn at home if you want to take it out on the track or take it out on your next run. Some of my tips. Pretty much my running form is perfect. Grids, however, just kidding.
He needs help. It's posture, midfoot, cadence, and lean. I gave you a picture of a guy, and you know the guy.
There he is.
There he is. And you see there's a slight lean. See what he's looking at? He's looking at the finish line. He's coming up to about his breast line, maybe a little bit higher than that. And see what he's about to land on? He's about to land on his midfoot.
Can you go over the cadence bit?
Put an app on here.
Is it like a metronome kind of thing?
It is a metronome.
Cool.
It's exactly a metronome.
Oh, wow.
So what you want to do is, they counted these guys and they were up at around like 180, 180. Well, you're not going to be quite there. So, but this is a good way of practicing a cadence, a faster cadence, because what you're doing is you're just trying to keep up
to the beat.
And
you could probably listen to a song that had that same.
You can adjust, yeah. What I normally do with people is
That sounds about me right there.
Right. Sounds like
Just
you.
kidding.
But like that's 100. I mean, that is slow as molasses. I mean, as slow as molasses. It would hurt me to, and I don't mean that boastfully, but it would hurt for me to run that way. So what you might start out at something that you feel comfortable at, and then just working your way up. The whole thing about good form running is practice. Practice. And the more you do this, the faster you'll get, but you get the cadence down.
Yeah, you sort of start to understand your pacing a little bit better.
Yeah, and you know what it does too? You will not heel strike.
Oh.
Because you can't keep up with that beat if you're heel striking, because that foot's, you can't put the foot out in front of you and come back, and you just can't do it. So what you do is you take shorter steps, and they're more efficient, and it's less tiring than breaking. So what you want to do is practice, and it is practice.
Yeah. I would say at the beginning of this training, so maybe almost 2 months ago or a month and a half ago, I was definitely like down here running.
Yeah.
And now I feel tall. Like I feel tall when I'm running.
Tall.
I feel confident.
Stay tall. And I've noticed, because I've run in so many races, I could see somebody ahead of me, and I can see that they're slightly hunched. They're getting tired.
Yeah.
They can't hold their form, and you don't want to do that, because if you hunch over, it cuts off oxygen that needs to be circulated to your muscles, those big muscles that you use. Awareness and practicing. Awareness. If you're looking down like there, I shouldn't be doing that. Get your head up and look for the finish line. Eventually it becomes almost automatic. You're automatically doing it, so that you don't have to be aware of it or anything like that. Very good. And the arms are at her side. See, he's coming across his body with his arms a little.
Yeah, clean it up, come on. That's not how you run.
But see, I want people to be aware of what they're doing. And even if here, they wind up doing it correctly, that's good.
Yeah.
But they got to practice it. It's got to become automatic.
Okay, so what does Grid need to do?
Just the arms, I would say. He needs to be here more.
And did it look
And
like he had a
90.
good heel strike?
Yeah,
Or I'm
yeah,
sorry, not a
yeah.
heel strike, mid-foot strike.
I think I was going too slow in the beginning.
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
felt
you
weird
picked it up.
Yeah.
until I like started to run like I normally would have.
Yeah.
Right. Yours from the very beginning, I could tell that you were on your midfoot, almost every strike. Now, as long as that's what you normally do.
Yes, it is. And I think I started playing around with that even before this when
Yes.
I saw some random YouTube video about shoes specifically and about how they are designed to encourage people to heel strike. And then I researched more about what that means. And but I can guarantee when I ran cross country in high school and college, I was heel striking.
Heel striking.
This whole time while training, I've been good, especially as I've gotten more in shape. I don't get lazy.
It's practice, and I think if you are aware of what you need to do and the goal you want to reach, the more we do what you just did here, if you look that way all the time when you're doing your 400s or 800s or the mile or a 2-mile time trial, which I think you should do every couple of weeks.
Okay.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
I did one yesterday. I mean, it wasn't, I can't really call it a time trial because I pushed the pace like past comfort, but I wasn't like racing, you know?
What did you run?
I think it was 18 something.
Okay.
So, I mean, I wasn't like trying to get to the time I need.
Okay.
I have like 75% confidence that I can get to what I need.
2 laps
Okay.
as a warm-up. Come back here, just, gather ourselves. And then we're going to go to the starting line, and then we'll do the 400. And then after the 400, we will just keep jogging. We'll
Okay.
keep jogging around the track. I don't want to stop.
Okay.
Okay.
And how much jogging will you do before you go into the 800?
We'll jog a lap.
Okay, cool.
We'll jog a lap, or maybe we'll jog half the lap, and then walk the rest in so that we're fully recovered when we get to the next distance.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Let's do it.
And we'll do the same thing between the other ones also.
Yeah. All right, sweet. We just warmed up, which Ed, I won't lie to you, we don't really do that in our track workouts.
Yeah. Well, it's good to do that just to get the blood flowing.
We're what you call lazy runners, I think.
Yeah.
So first up is a 400. Do you have any tips for me before I get into this one?
I would say run especially with the 400, run relatively easy for the first 200. So that would be right across from here. And then turn it on. Just get a little bit faster as you go around, a little bit faster, but you're not going full speed right here.
Okay.
So by the time you get to the 200, you will be more at full speed.
Okay.
And then come in strong.
Easing it.
Because in most races and things like that, the camera is at the finish line.
Yeah.
It's not at the start.
Yeah. So stay here, okay?
Ready, go. Looking good, looking good. Looking good, looking good. 128. Looking good, looking good.
I don't know about that one, guys.
Yeah, no, that was good.
Come on, Meg!
Let's go. Don't give up. That's easy to say.
It is easy to say.
Don't
She got
give
more
up.
in her. She has way more in her.
Pull away from me. Good job. Way to go. Let's walk. I know it's tough.
Not the best I've ever done in my life, I don't think.
No,
But
it's okay.
considering it's not a mile fresh,
Nope.
I gotta make some programming, scheduling
Yeah.
changes.
We get to the point where we get into September, early September, it'll cool down a little bit more, and it'll feel, yeah, you won't have the same. I mean, there's a nice breeze today, but it's probably still 80 something degrees. And hopefully by the beginning of September, with the last 2 or 3 weeks or whatever, to really fine tune this thing, you'll feel better and better. And then what we talked about with shoe wise, a more minimal shoe will make a difference also. That'll cut a few seconds off, you know,
I need it.
your time.
That was 400 at 128, then an 800 at 328. So that's not great split. And then our mile was, okay, 7:53. I'll take it. I think my fastest mile though has been in the 7:30s. But that's just to let you guys know. And as far as like communicating programming changes, the past 3 days I've been in the gym strength training, and like I wouldn't recommend that for any of my clients, but I have this thing, it's called a baby. So my schedule is just like, I kind of work out in whatever pockets of time I can, and sometimes that's just the way it is. But I think I can make smarter programming choices as far as like this type of speed workout and switching it to earlier in the week before my strength training. I don't have childcare on the weekends, so usually that means I'm not in the gym. Next week, our workout like this will be on Monday, so maybe I'll come to it with fresher legs so I can get a little faster, get more out of the session. And that's it. That's our training session. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're in the DFW area and want an awesome running coach, I'll put the store that you can find Ed at. He's awesome, and you can buy some great shoes. So we'll put that in the description. We'll see you guys in the next video, and have a great day. Bye.